Hey, welcome back to the channel. So yeah, we're just out doing a bit of mackerel fishing tonight. I've just had a couple of casts and picked up one little coalie and one mackerel, so hopefully the fish are around tonight, so that's a good sign. Just on a little light spinning setup tonight, so we're just using very cheap 15 quid 7-foot lure rod, which is a 30 to 60 gram, and we're using a 28 gram wedge with a treble hook on the bottom of that, and that's on a Leeda Ikon spinning reel with 30-pound braid. Just running that straight through to a swivel. So yeah, getting a last little bit of bait for the winter season. I'm really looking forward to the cod season coming up. So I'm going to try and do a whole winter series. Every time I go out cod fishing, I'm going to get the camera out, do some filming and try and do a whole decent season. So it's been a lot of good fish around in the water already this summer. So I'm hoping that they stay around for the winter. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Hit the bell as well so you get the notifications when those videos go up in the next coming months. Going to try and get the cod season going a bit early this year. So last year I started end of October. I'm going to try and start about mid-September this time because I had good luck in October. So yeah. Anyway, we've got a bit of an onshore wind here. It's making it a little bit hard to get the distance on the lure. So I'm just sort of trying to keep it quite low to the ground, or to the water rather. But yeah, we're just going to chuck that out and see if we can pick up a few fish. Get that freezer stocked up with a bit more bait. So as I said, there's a lot of birds out here working the water, so there's definitely fish around, and we've already had one mackerel which is in the bucket there, so hopefully we can pick up a couple more. Oh, I've got a knock there. Oh, another knock. Oh, they're really close in, hitting that really close. That was only a few feet off the rocks there. Might not even need to chuck it out that far. Sometimes you do find they follow it in though, so it's always worth just going and seeing if you can get behind the shoals of the fish and then bring it through the shoal. It's a bit weedy in the water tonight though, so I'm picking up a little bit of weed on the line, which is a bit annoying, but seems to be working fine. Just have to take it off the tip every now and again. Well, that was a big hit again, right close in, just not seem to be hooking up. That hook's all right. Yeah, the hook's fine. So we're down here at the moment, it's just before high tide now, so we've got about another half an hour of the flood. It's not a big tide tonight, so shouldn't really need to move off this rock which I'm on here. As it's a little bit rough tonight, it's hard to see the fish working the water. Normally you can see the fish on the surface when the bait fish are being shoaled around, but with the wind it's picked up the water a bit, so can't see that this evening. Yeah, I do love fishing for the mackerel on this light tackle. They give such a good fight on these small little lure rods. Just give that a few seconds, see if I can just sink it a bit deeper, and maybe the fish are just a little bit lower to the bottom at the moment. Oh, definitely, I keep getting hit every time, but they're just not hooking up, which is quite strange. Normally with the treble, stand quite a good chance of hitting them. Might go for a little bit faster retrieve, and it might encourage them to be a little bit more aggressive with the take. Of course, it might not be mackerel, it could just be small little coalies, and that's why they're not actually picking it up. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame the water's picked up actually, because it's been quite a calm day. But we've had a bit of a southeasterly, and that's just brought the swell in a little bit more. Hey, I don't mind, as long as it doesn't put the fish off, I don't care. Oh, there we go. Well, it feels like quite a good one. There we go. There we go. Just try and get back up there and show you. Nice sized mackerel there. So we'll just get that one dispatched and then we'll get back out there. Yeah, they're definitely quite close in, which is surprising actually because it's quite rocky on the bottom part of here. And I can, just at the end of the rod tip here, I can actually see the bottom, but I can't see any fish around there. So they must be taking it just out of sight. Well, they really do give a good fight. They put a good bend in this rod for such a small fish. And they hit really hard as well, mackerel. A bit of weed on the line there. Get that off. I much prefer fishing for mackerel on these just single spinners. I know you could bring a slightly bigger rod and put a string of feathers on it, but I just find it really good fun on the single spinner. Just get one fish and it just darts around all over the place. Just keeping an eye out down here in front of me to see if I can see any shoals of bait fish, but can't see anything at the moment. It's been ages since I managed to come out. We've had either rain or wind or really bad swells. It's been honestly one of the worst summers for fishing I can think of. So I'm hoping if it's been a bad summer, hopefully it'll be a good winter. Or should I say a bad winter? You want bad weather for cod fishing, so yeah, hopefully it's a bad winter. Oh, oh, that was a really good hit, that one. Oh, it's come back again, there we go. I wasn't ready for that one, that dropped off and it's come straight back. There we go. So I should think probably what happened with that one is it hit it and then I kept retrieving, so it would have dropped the lure a bit in the water again, and so it would have gone back for a second try at it. As I say, when the mackerel are feeding, they feed so aggressively. But yeah, really looking forward to getting all the thermals back on, getting out on those cold winter nights after the storms, see if we can pick up a good few cod for the freezer. Nice good fish and chips in the winter. So many seabirds swimming around in front of me, I have to be careful that one of them doesn't decide to pick up the lure. Well, there's another knock there on that one. Now these birds are coming up with a lot of bait fish, so even though I can't see them, they're obviously managing to find them down there. Oh, there we go. Well, that was a bit of a lazy take, that one, for a mackerel. Oh, no way. Got off right in front of me. Never mind, back out there again. Feels like we could get rain any minute at the moment. There's some very ominous looking clouds over in front of us there. So that's 3 fish we've landed so far. So I'd like to get a couple more to fillet them off and get them in the freezer. Get them in the freezer for that winter bait. Nice slither of mackerel with a bit of lugworm and a bit of squid is one of my favourite baits in the winter. Either squid or a bit of carp with the mackerel and a worm. I find that's always a good cocktail. I'm going to go for a bit of a faster retrieve again this time. I think they seem to be liking it a bit more when it's a bit closer to the surface actually. Let's try a slightly different position, go out to about 11 o'clock. Picked up a bit of weed on the lure then, so that might have put them off a bit. Straighten those eyes out, they've just gone a bit offline. So a few fish out there, which is a good sign. They're not obviously in the huge shoals at the moment, but hey, a few mackerel is better than no mackerel. See, I think what sometimes keeps happening is they're just getting bits of weed like that. There's a lot of floating weed at the moment, and it's getting on the lure, and obviously that's going to put them off when it's coming in. I'm going to try slightly towards the shore. It could be that they're sitting over to my right hand side there, just towards the shore a bit more. I hope the light level's okay for you there, because it is starting to fade a bit now, but hopefully the camera's still managing to pick it up okay. Just seeing a lot of birds diving over onto the rocks over there on the right hand side of me. I'm wondering whether to just move around there and see if the fish are a little bit closer in. I'll stick it out here for a bit more. Just haven't had any knocks for a few casts. Oh, there we go, that was a knock. Again, just missed it though. It's very unlike the mackerel to not get hooked up on these trebles. Go back over into that same place and see if we can get another one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh no, again, just dropped off. I'm picking up so much weed on the end of this line, the whole tip eye is covered in it now. Oh great, well that's just cracked off. Always frustrating when that happens, just gets wrapped around one of the eyes and just snaps straight off. Right, back to the car to grab another lure quickly. Right, back again. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my main box of lures down with me, so I've only managed to find this one, which is the same similar thing, just another wedge, but it's pretty old, so it's not very shiny. So I don't know how attractive it's going to be to them, but let's soon find out. I think if it was a slightly brighter evening it might not be too bad, but it's quite dull and overcast this evening, so that slightly rusty lure might not be cutting it. Oh. Don't think this one's a mackerel. Oh, it is a mackerel. Maybe not quite so big, but that was, I literally saw that one take it off the surface. Oh, it's a decent size. There we go, the other lure's not too bad then. Don't know why I keep casting so far now when they're literally taking it just in front of the rocks here. Something makes me feel like it's better casting out further because they follow it in, but I might just be able to chuck it down in front of here and still have as much luck. The water's actually clearing up a bit while we're here. The wind's dropping off ever so slightly, and I'm actually starting to get a bit more visibility in front of me, so I'm just slowing the lure down there as it comes in, just to see if I can actually see the fish taking it. Just watching these birds, just waiting to see if a little feeding frenzy starts. Sometimes you find it with the mackerel, they'll just suddenly switch on and the water will just start bubbling away. And that's when the fishing just really turns on. Bit more action going on the right hand side here, just towards the base. So I'm just going to chuck the lure over there and see what that's all about. Oh, there we go. Oh, that wasn't a mackerel, that one. That was a little potley, or coalfish. Always call them potleys up here. But where the potleys are, the mackerel aren't normally that far behind it. So what I'll do is I'll just go 20 feet further out to sea and see if the mackerel is sitting just behind them. Nothing over there. I seem to be having just as much luck going out in front of me here, so let's head back over that direction again. Get this weed off. That's twice now I've had a really hard hit. Yeah, the hardest hits I've had from mackerel for a while, actually. They must just be diving straight in at the lure from the side or something and just smashing it on their way through. Right, well, I'm probably going to leave the video there now. I'm going to stay for a few more casts, but I think looking at the light levels, it's probably going to get a little bit too low for the camera to see now. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed joining for a little bit of mackerel fishing. As I say, it's always great fun on this light tackle. I love it when the mackerel come in. Really good eating on the barbecue, and also great for a bit of winter bait. So yeah, as I say, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, look forward to those winter cod seasons coming up. But if we can get out for a bit more mackerel fishing, I might do another video. If not, we will see you shortly for the winter season starting. All right, take it easy. Bye for now.